Promise, you'll get to see. I'll be chilling.
All right, I like the coat, the slippers.
Hey, my pantuflas.
You're in the PJs, all right.
Bro, I was like, I'm on the vibe. I'm gonna just come cozy, but
I'm chilling. I'm in slides.
I go everywhere. I'm like, I don't do too much. I just like, that's why I always have the pantuflas to just give that comfort. Like, don't mind the fur coat. I have my pantuflas not doing too much on.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, nah. But I see your picture. You know how to throw it on. I've seen you
once every full moon. Like, you'll see me in my gym fits all the time, though.
Oh, okay.
That's what it be now.
You know what's funny? I was like, oh. She usually has like her nails done. I was gonna ask for a picture because I wanted to get a picture of the candle.
No, you caught me lacking, bro.
As soon as I saw you, I was like,
you caught me lacking.
Yeah. You looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah, we talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential, you know this how we coming, we in front. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we work.
Welcome back, Barbershop Confidential, the podcast. It's your boy, Jonah. I have a special guest today, Bree, in the house. Hi, Bree.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How are you doing on this beautiful night?
Chilling.
I like the fit. Very elegant, very demure, very.
Y'all don't see my pantuflas. I don't know, but like I got pantuflas. Don't let him.
Don't worry about the pantuflas. Let's cover up those nails. Now just playing.
He gonna come. I knew it. I knew exactly when we started this. He caught me lacking, y'all. My nail appointment not there yet. It's okay. How
often you get them done?
Like are you a regular? I'm a regular. I got my nail tech lady. On deck. But then one of the church girlies, my high schoolers, because I'm in a ministry, she's doing nails. So now I gotta support my youngins. So I'm going to her next. That's the thing about girls, we be breaking our nails. Sometimes our real nails.
What you doing when you breaking nails, girl?
Bro, I be in the gym. I don't do that. You see, you trying to already get me with that toxic stuff. I'm like, nah. I be
fighting girls outside the church?
Dang, that's crazy. I would never.
I wanted to ask because I saw that you're very. So this is what I know about you because this is the first time we meet.
No, of course.
Nice to meet you, of course. You're into cars.
Yeah.
You're in the church.
Yeah.
And you used to model or you model?
I used to model.
You used to model. That's like the past?
Yeah, that's we could talk about that for sure. That's the past. But it's not even I'm into church. Like I just live a life devoted to Christ, which is very different.
Also, so it's different, like church goer and then being like spiritually.
Yeah, because those on a misa, everyone goes to misa and stuff. Like it's more of a checkbox. It's like, I went to church. Like I'm good. But no, like I live a life trying to be exactly what the Word of God says. Because man, like just a year ago, to be honest, I really just found who Jesus was and. Man, it saved me. My life was a mess. Was bad. Like, and it didn't look that way because of the life I lived. I had the money. I had recognition. I had connects in LA. It was a whole different realm. I was a model. But man, behind the scenes, it was a whole different life. I was dealing with depression when I didn't even know it. I was a toxic guy. I was very good at manipulating men, but now I know sleeping way. Like, I used to be one where it's like, oh. I need this. Send me this.
Shoot me this.
Send me this.
You had them tricking on you.
Yeah. Even though, and it was just that. But behind closed doors, it was like
empty.
It was just empty. Like I was like, the money not doing it. The clubs ain't doing it. The weed. Because I was a big smoker back then. Nothing was doing it. And man, just life came crumbling. Of course, life situations, family issues. And it wasn't, man, I grew up in the church. Like that's what I'm telling you about. Everyone grows up in church. I grew up even Catholic. I don't really call myself a Christian because everyone got their views. That's why I say I live a life devoted to Christ. I'm a follower of Christ, which is different. If you really get to know who Jesus is, like you'll see he's not this bad guy everyone portrays him out to be. No, I'm telling you, it's different.
That's interesting because I did the first time I saw you was through either a makeup artist or a photographer's.
Makeup artist? I have one. My fave, Des. Hers Makeup by Desi.
There's times where I'm like, let me see their page. Do I want to would they be someone cool to chit chat with?
No, for real.
But sometimes I'll forget to go back to that person or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you popped up again, and then I was going through your page. I was like, oh, she likes cars. She's in she's in the, reading the Bible. Mm-hmm. I would have said a churchgoer.
Yeah, which I'm like, yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, let me hit her up and invite her. But from like the modeling side to like this, I was like, I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna hold you. This is my problem with like low key Christians. You know what I mean? Like the hypocrisy. Like
exactly.
Oh, you in church on Sunday?
But you was just out the club yesterday.
Your cheeks out in this picture. What are we doing?
What are you doing? Nah, bro.
So I was like, I think I want to talk to her.
I want to see what happened to her.
But I really wanted to ask, like, how did you find it? Like, what made you turn to like reading the Bible more? And
what really made me like, I was lukewarm, which a lot of people don't understand where I was, man. Like, I was in the club Saturday. I'm in church Sunday. Like, it was, I was in that where I'm like, man, I can make this work, both God and like the work, like the world. I was still like, I just won't smoke less. Like, I'll have a sober mind. Like, but what really led to it, man, it's just, God just had to make me hit rock bottom. Like, it became into a life where, I portrayed my life out there. Like, everyone knew the stories. Like, I was a club promoter, a model. I knew connections from here to LA. I was always into small entrepreneurs, like promoting them. So I knew kind of every small brand coming up from San Diego. But just what really hitting rock bottom. My friend passed away. It's going to be almost 2 years ago. And that, I guess, his name was Diego. And that kind of did a ricochet, like a domino effect. Which everyone knew me on the outside, but I had a close circle, which no one really knew it. How we always do, Right. So it affected my inner circle, and that's where the cracks started coming in. I was a person, man, I was very cold-hearted. We all been heartbroken, and it changed me, man. Like, it changed me. The one time I was being very loyal, didn't nothing. But of course, men nowadays have insecurities, sadly, because how broken they are, and they'll turn something good into bad.
I don't always think it's insecurities. Oh, yes, it is.
Sometimes, yeah.
But I also think they're too busy trying to impress like the homies.
That's what it became like.
And it's like,
why aren't you trying to impress your girl instead of the homies?
Your girl, my guy.
Like, like your girl gonna ride more. Like, and everyone thinks like, nah, my homie's good, but like, who really gonna like sit with you 3 years through jail or prison or something for real? Except God himself, sure. But like,
there's things that I share with my girl that
no one else share with my boy. For real, like, or cry with your girl. You ain't gonna cry to the homies for real. You feel me? But what really made me just even to read the Bible was that, like, man, life became falling apart. The modeling wasn't. I saw the industry in LA. Man, don't take for real what these content creators, influencers be telling y'all about the industry. Like, man, it's ugly in there. Like, and it wasn't until I really saw one of my friends kind of saved me from going to, thankfully it was not no Diddy party. Thank God. But it was just another influential party, and I got invited to it, but he was like, Bree, like, I don't see you going to these things. Like, you're not these persons. Like, you have a different vibe. Like, he was already in it. So he just kind of told me that, man, you gotta, it's not just what's those contracts? NDAs. I was about to say DNAs, you see. NDAs, but it's like, man, it's a whole like people think the church are a cult's not, bro. Like that, they got no idea what a cult for real is. Like, and it wasn't until that when I really saw it and he really talked to me about it, and I saw it. Like, I saw it also just within the people he hung around with. And man, that LA life will just, it will eat you up. And I was seeing that, like, man, there was people out there just doing stuff for the money and stuff, but really like depressed, going through it like even harder than me. And I was like, damn. So it just made me see things a lot clearer. And yeah, I hit rock bottom. Money was going away. Like, nothing was feeling. I was like, man, I'm doing the same thing. It wasn't really until one day, sadly, my best friend's kid passed away. And I kind of like, I wouldn't say I called it, but I felt it. And it was kind of that unbelief of like, damn, like, I knew and it happened. And man, no one was there for me. Not a single person. I was losing friends. Like, my inner circle was all dealing with stuff. Yeah. And it wasn't even personal, but they were all dealing with things. So we all couldn't confide in each other. And I really didn't have anyone to turn to. Family was messed up. And man, not even gonna lie to you, I thought I had a panic attack. I had a panic attack in my bathroom. And me being tonta, like I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna suffocate and die. Like I'm gonna suffocate and die. And so I'm in my bathroom hyperventilating, like, bro, just imagine, like, you can't grasp air. And I used to have asthma, so I'm like, oh, I'm going into an asthma attack. I don't have an inhaler no more. So like, shit. I'm like panicking even more. And me, I'm like, man, like I had this is no joke, y'all, like all shits and giggles, like nah, like I put up my phone, like not even to me, but like record. And just to be like, oh, if my family sees this, I passed away, like they'll know no one killed me. Damn. Like it'll just be me suffocating. Right. So I just put in this recording. And I'm just sitting there like grasping for air, grasping. I'm like on the wall. I'm like, and it was the first time I ever called out like to God to help me. I was like, God help me. Like I can't breathe. And within 2 minutes, like I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I feel like I can't even describe it. Like someone just shut my mouth and I was able, like I was holding my breath. And if you know scientifically, if you hold your breath long enough, you could regain like control of your breathing. Oh, no shit. That's yeah. So if y'all ever... anyone's ever going to a panic attack, literally just like make them hold their breath long enough and they'll like regain like their muscles or something, like regain focus. That's what's up. So I sat there. Mind you, I'm a cold-hearted person at this time. I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, I take one long breath and I'm like, oh, shoot, like I could breathe again. And I'm sitting there like delusional low-key of what just happened. And yeah, I was cold-hearted, bro. I went back to my room and I went on Instagram like nada pasó. Like nada pasó. Like I'm y'all no like post jokes. This video or no jokes or anything. Nothing, bro. I didn't even remember about the video. Like I was so numb to everything at the time, smoking and doing everything. I was just like, I ended the video and I was like, I was just like, oh, like, all right, I just went crazy. So I'm on my phone and the first thing I do is I open Instagram and the first story I look at is my friend, an old friend of mine. Shout out to her, even though we're not friends, but no more. But she was in church. It was a picture of church and it's like, for whoever it is, or I'm paraphrasing, but whoever is needed, like, I invite you to come to church, like you guys. And I was like, I sat there and for the first time I asked myself, dang, like when have I gone to church? Yeah. I haven't stepped foot in church in years. And I was like, nah, man, I'm not ready to step in church. Like, bro, I be doing all these things. Like, and mind you, at the time, too, man, I was a hustler. Like, I was a middleman in things. So I was just living a life like, man, no one would really know for real. The fast life. But not in a guy perspective, though. Like, I was a woman in a guy mentality. I grew up around men. So I had that mentality like, oh, I did it better than men in that industry realm. In that world for real. So yeah, like it was that where I reached out and it took me a minute, man. There was excuses. I was like, every time I was like, yeah, I'll go. She was like, okay, perfect. The time will come. Something happened. I wouldn't go. And it was until finally, like, bro, I went homeless. Like I was homeless. Like I said, I lost every dime. I was up to like negative 15 cents in my bank account. Like, and the way just that happened, man, leaving the fast life is not easy either. Right. Like, it's not, especially when you're really good at what you do. So I was just like, man, and I didn't want to go back to my family because, you know, I was very petty. So I was like, I'm not going to do anything. So I was like, you know what else do I got to lose? Like, what else do I got to lose but to step foot in the church? And like, you know, just go. And so my friend finally picked me up. I go to church. And I'm getting anxious. I'm like, and she's giving me a pep talk. She's like, if you feel like crying, like, it's okay. And I'm looking at her like, hold on, like, she's crazy. Like, why would you say that to me? Like, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't want to go no more. Like, I'm good. We're already in the parking lot at this time. So I was just like, all right, like, okay, like, I'll go inside.
You know, walking, everybody's like, you
that's how I thought, right? Bro, it was the most welcoming I ever felt, and I felt so undeserving. They were like, oh, hi, welcome. And I'm like, dang, if only you guys knew like what really going on. But I felt so welcomed. I just felt this present, and I totally forgot to put this. When I was in the bathroom, I felt the same thing, like como si alguien me estaba viendo, like someone was watching me, but not in a like, oh my God, I'm getting creeped out, but in like, oh, like I feel all right.
Like a guardian.
Like type? Like como un ángel, like how we say it. Yeah. And I felt the same presence there, like the minute worship started. And I was like, dang, like, and it came back to me. I'm like, dang, I called out to God and he actually like, wait, that was him? And mind you, my mind is running rampant. I'm like, dang, was that God? Nah, like, no way. Like, no way. And I'm sitting there for the first time. Mind you, I've been to a Christian church. This ain't nothing. I know worship, whatever. I felt like tears are coming out of my eyes. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm not a person. I told my friend, I was like, I'm not going to cry, bro. Like, it's okay. I'm not going to cry. Yeah. And I'm silently crying. And I don't know for whoever has ever like just silently like stand there and it's like feels the emotions. I was like, dang, like, and it hit me all at once. Next thing you know, I'm sobbing in my chair. Like, bro, I'm crying everything out. And just the people around me, the people she introduced to me, didn't say a word. Like, they just laid hands on me and started praying for me. And I've never felt such, like, a weight lifted off of me. And ever since that day, I've been going to that church. I felt welcome, loved. Man, my life didn't turn 360 right the next day. But, like, my mom reached back out to me. Like, my family accepted me back in, even when I didn't, like, deserve it for sure. And my life was just slowly doing that. And I had it was mostly me, like me being like, I want to figure out like, okay, who's God for myself? Like, who's Jesus? Like, who is it? Like, let me actually read this thing. And man, I can't, I'm a living just testimony off of it. Like, if people have seen what a year ago would do to me. And I got out of the fast life with, nothing on my head. Still breathing, which is which is just that within itself. I'm sober. I don't drink. I don't smoke no more. I don't do
a year sober.
I'm not a year sober. That took me a bit. Okay, that took me a bit.
Chill out, Jonah.
We'll hit a year in March. We'll hit a year.
That's around the corner.
That's around the corner. We'll hit a year in March, but
you get the itch?
No, I didn't get the itch. I got paranoid.
Oh, okay.
Man. Weed smokers be like, we're not paranoid. Like, we could stop smoking. Man, nah. Like, man, I used to be a professional, like, in the club.
Yeah.
But it was just that, like, and mind you, it took me a minute. Like I said, I had my little era, my look, where I was still in the club. And I was like, yeah, like, God loves me. Like, but, man, it was just not the same. And I think that's anyone who really is seeking the void that they're trying to fill and, like, their purpose. You can't find that if you don't try God first. If you don't try it for yourself. Because I feel like that. Everyone's like, oh, I know this. But have you done it for yourself? Have you gone in open-minded? And like, you know what? I'm going to figure this out myself. I'm going to go figure it out. And I have, man. I used to be into the astrology stuff. Like, nah, that didn't help at all. That made me more paranoid, made it worse, bro. I was like, yeah, I used to be an Aries, bro. No, that was... That rocks and stuff, they ain't help for nothing.
Y'all rubbing the rocks on you? Help me. Yeah. No.
Putting them out in the sun for no, bro. And no judgment for anyone, but man, that ain't none of that help. And man, I've been just every day, man. I still have struggles, still trials. We ain't perfect people, but that's the thing. Like, that's who Jesus came for, imperfect people. It's all about not giving up. And yeah, my life I've been good. I live with peace, joy.
That's the biggest one, peace.
Peace. And I think that's what we all search for, is just peace and happiness.
Most definitely.
And
it's crazy how you said that when you were having a panic attack, you called out to God. And I was talking to the Heinekers. I was like, it's crazy how people turn to God when it's like a 911 call.
Yeah.
Like,
and we treat him like a genie, bro. And that's how it used to be.
Like,
and
I promise
I'll change. And he's like, mind you, he'll still do it. Yeah. He'll do it. And then you'll go do it again, but then you wonder why your situation don't change. You wonder why you're still in the same boat.
My mom has a saying, every time things are a little rocky, she says, Dios se pierde pero no ahorca. And so whenever things are going like not the best for me, I think about that and it's like, this is a lesson for sure. I know I'm going through a lesson right now, and at the end of this lesson, there's a blessing. And
it's always that. It's always even...
I try to keep like even when like shit's like crumbling, I'm like, I know, all right. All
right, this is going to teach me something. And man, that's what it is. Yeah. And I think even people that call, like, even some people be like, oh, you're a Jesus freak. And I'm like, oh, well, sheesh, that's a big word. I'm like, that's a big word. I'm like, just because I love God, like Jesus, that's... But man, we have the same
daddy,
thing.
He cheats on you. What we doing?
What we doing for real? Like, I at least have someone I can count on won't let me down. Like, dang, but not like
baby dad don't even get the diapers. What we?
like at least God provides all the time. Like, you know, like I'm serious. But
it's funny because it'd be the people you just like, okay, the message is right, but not the messenger. Like,
right.
I needed to hear that, but not from you.
And it'd be like, nah, probably God wanted you to hear that from that person.
Yeah.
But man, where you just all
like
broken.
You could be this, and you're like, I'm up on game. Let's go.
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly. But man, we're just all broken people, and I'm telling y'all, just give it a try. Because at the end, I have a saying. People be thinking like we go out there and like shove Jesus down your throat. Like, nah, bro. Like that's
get it right. You know,
that's actually what Jesus says not to do in the Bible. Just for those, but it's to just
los testigos.
Exactly. It's to just be real. And I'm just like, I have this saying where I'm like, what else do you got to lose? Like, what else do you got to lose? Jesus is not a win or lose situation. It's like you either win something or you stay the same. So it's like, what really do you got to lose to be like, all right, you know what? I've seen these people have some changes in their life. Like, let me go see for myself. And it's honestly that, just to go see for yourself. And man, I definitely got taught for sure. Like, and it had to hit me in the face, sadly. And
some of us have to learn the hard way.
And that's what I try to tell people, like, don't let it get there. Don't let it get to like, the rock bottom where we now have to call on God, where you could have called on God a long time ago and really changed.
Yeah, but people, sometimes we need that.
No, exactly.
You know,
and I think that's everyone's story in times where it's like, man, una veces Dios like needs to hit you, like needs to hit you really, so you could get some sense into you.
Yeah, that's even like I try, like if I know like people are going through something, I try not to like give too much advice, you know, because you know a lot of people are stubborn and like, oh yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Like, you gonna learn.
Exactly. And that's also the thing too, like, man, everything we've even put into the world, bro, the realest game is in the Bible, bro. It is just that sometimes you don't need to say nothing to nobody. That's the ministry of presence. Sometimes you just gotta sit there. Hey bro, I've already told you, but I'm gonna be here for you. And that's what, man, it's just that. Ya te dije, I'm not gonna tell you again. Like
a parent.
I'm already tell you. Yeah. Try Jesus. I don't know what else to tell you. Cause that'd be me, bro. I'm a real person. Like, even when I give advice, even from people that don't really like, mind you, I lost a lot of friends due to giving my life to Christ. But even though like I still come around, yeah, bro, it'd be real like that. And it's sad.
The devil works hard
every day, but God works hard. You feel me? But I'd be there where I'm like, man, I'm not gonna give you the same advice. Like, try him out, try Jesus out. But I'm here for you. Like, what you need, extra $20. I got you $20. But it'd be that where I don't change what I say. But like, don't. It's
funny how you could be like, hey, yo, come over and smoke, and they'd be like, on the way. You need something from 7-Eleven, some papers or something? But if you tell them like, hey, yo, come through, let's pray, and they're like,
nah, man,
my show just started.
I got this, and it's like
my mom, she needs me to.
But it'd be that I'm like, I thought your situation was so bad, like you'll do anything for that.
It's, you know what it's like is when people are like, damn, I need this money, I need to get more hours, and they're like, who wants to go home early? Me. And it's like, I thought you needed extra hours. Shifts. What happened? I'll be all right. Yeah. All right.
And it'd be that people want to put in work where they want to, but not knowing that, man, when you put in work on really getting to know God, everything will come. Everything will come.
Have you got like, I don't want to call it hate or maybe like just judgment, like, girl, you know who the fuck you were.
Oh, bro.
All of a sudden, Miss Goody Good too. She was over here.
I got that when I was in my lukewarm. I had 4 months of just me still smoking every now and then, still going to the club.
But still, and going to church?
And going to church.
So you're trying to balance both?
So I was trying to balance both. I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm like, I could do both. Like, man, we could make the world and God come together, and you'll enter it, like, bro. Like, I went through a whole bunch of trials of like God was just slapping me in the face with, man, this person, look at you trying to combine something that's not meant to be. Where, man, I was in the club, I was trying to, preach Jesus, and yeah, I got hit with that.
The club?
Preach Jesus. I was like, you're saying you don't like, this isn't satisfying you, then go to church, like, try Jesus. I was like, go to church, and they're like, what are you doing here? And I'd be like,
like that girl, she's like,
exactly, bro.
You ate.
I'd be like, and I was like, And that was actually like the one real like snap me back into reality where I'm like, what am I doing here? Yeah. And I realized I had a very big spirit of people pleasing where it's like, man, I could still try to live my life.
A little bit of FOMO?
Yeah, FOMO. And I'd be like, dang, like I want to go in the club, like listen to good music, or like even if I'm not drinking, like I want to be there. And I think that's what a lot of even my generation deals with, bro. Like just wanting to fit in. And man, fitting in will just make you be a standout even more. And I hated it. Like I hated getting confronted like that. And I was like, and it made me change my act though. I was like, and it was the next day where I just opened my Bible, and that's the thing where God just be talking for real. And it was that you're an enemy to God actually if you try to live like the world. Try to bring in worldly wisdom into God, because it's not. So, man, and I got even more where it's like, oh, Brie, but like you do the car scene, like you do car photo shoot. What about that? And I'm like, yeah, and I gave up modeling. Because I'm like, dang, like I'm a hypocrite.
Like modeling in general, or like I like to call like thotty modeling?
So I gave out, I was actually just getting into car modeling during this time with like my walk with God. And it like, thank God I didn't go far deep where, you know, I'm in the bikinis and stuff, really getting into it. But it was more just flashy things. Like I was just always like, oh, like I'm a petite person, so they'd like to put me in petite things. Yeah, like I'm very petite. But it was that time where it's also, I saw the way LA industry was, and I was like, man, like I know out here we're not so like corrupt. But I was just I was just getting uncomfortable. And then too with photographers, bro, it's dangerous. This is why I'm getting licensed to carry, because this would be scary out here, bro. You see me, I walk around with a taser knife ready on deck. Like I was still raised in the trenches. Like I'm not don't let the fur coat fool you. Like I said,
keep the slippers.
You see it? Keep the tat. Not for real. But yeah, man, like the car modeling, thankfully it wasn't in too deep. I didn't
even know that they even had like a negative side to it. Like I know that like the other modeling, like a photographer would be like, oh, I can get you here if you know you look out for me, you know, rub my back, I'll rub your type shit. But car modeling too?
Bro, there'd be drama in there. The first day I actually went to something, I didn't know there was beef going on, but
there'd be beef everywhere.
There'd be beef
I just
everywhere.
need to acknowledge that and just be like, all right, I get it. Like there's beef everywhere. Politics everywhere.
Everywhere. And I didn't know there was in the car community.
I thought it was just go look at cars.
You go look at cars, man. We got the same hobby. What is there beef to be? But man, that's where I tell you, our generation has really made this like a, man, we compete. And it's like, bro, why compete when we could collab? Like, and you see that in everything, bro. In the model industry, in the car industry, man, in photographers, video art, like in every single thing. And that's sad.
That's funny because I'm a photographer and I'm taking pictures of people and shit like that. But I'm not around other photographers to know that. Like, I'm not in those circles. Like, I just do my own thing. You want your pictures taken, I'll take them. Yeah. I don't be involved in like, oh, this photographer, this for, hey.
You do your own thing. And that's what I thought too. I thought that's what it was for everything. But no, man. They'd be like, oh, I don't want to get my ideas taken. Or, oh, no, like, this is my work. They strict, like, it's very self-centered. I wanted me, my stuff. And it's like, man, but what if this person could be a connect to something bigger? Like,
oh, they don't think like that.
They don't think like that. And it takes that different mindset where you got to humble yourself with everything, man. You're not the greatest in everything. There's always someone higher. And instead of being envious, man, how about you work towards it? And the car thing was
a lot of people will step over dollars to pick up dimes. Like they don't look at the long game of the situation or what their networking could do. Like they just want instant satisfaction, like instant gratification immediately. Like no,
in that moment,
I needed like fuck the future. I might not know. Like now. When you got to think long term. Like you want to be longevity. You want to stick around long. Yeah, a lot of people they don't think that. Like, that's the one thing I've noticed from. Just people, and I'm like, dang, y'all ain't even. All
right, exactly. I'm like, okay, I guess. But yeah, thankfully, and mind you, I loved the car. Like once I was raised in the illegal. Is that your car,
the Mustang?
No, those Mustangs. The Mustangs you see me on those are my brothers in Christ. We're all. The team is +1. We're Christ centered. faith. So we actually preach the gospel in it. And we invite, it's a family friendly too. So there's no smoking and drinking allowed, but of course, like everyone, not everyone follows the rules. But if we do, we ask them kindly, hey, can you do it in your car? But yeah, the Mustangs you always see me post and the Charger, those are one is the founder, basically his name is Mark, and then the other one is another teammate, name is Aaron, and then the Mustang is X. We call him X. So yeah, it's basically like they are the picture of it, which is a Mustang group. It's a gang group. Not average Mustangs, but that's not gonna be. I'm a not Mustang person. No? I'm looking into actually another car right now.
What kind of car do you like?
I like No, I was gonna say something else. I like a bunch of cars. Being in the car industries, I like the GTRs. I like JDMs. I like the exotics. I like everything. I would import, but no, like I'm a subtle person right now. Right now, we're looking into just the Audi zones is where we're. The Audis are where we're looking at right now. Where I'm looking at. But we're gonna see.
Girly, you know.
Really, I'm not getting the car to showcase right now because that's it. People be like, "Oh, you're a car girl." I'm like, no. I'm not a car girl.
You just like it?
I love cars. That's it. And you know, the way, like I said, man, I don't want no car beef. I don't want no car beef, man.
Because they'll try to test you.
I'm like, they're trying to test. Oh, really? Then what's this under this car, Gives
you a ratchet, take off the engine.
I'd be like, man, I know splitters, exhaust. I know the brand and the model and the make. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. Not a lot of girls do, but that's all I know. I like the way they look. They pretty, cool color, nice wrap. Okay, nice coating.
Yeah, damn. I feel crazy. I used to paint cars.
Really?
Yes, and like the new thing now is wraps. So you just said like, oh, nice wrap. Or back when I was painting cars, I'd be like, yo, that paint job is clean. Looks like a mirror. And I was like, oh, that wrap is dope. And then I'd be like, I might keep it. I might change it.
Hey. There is still people that ask if it's paint or wrap. So paint are still out there. Yeah, because
keep it alive.
Yeah,
that was my favorite part of like auto body was the painting, the artistic side of it and shit.
No, yeah, because even in our shows, a lot of people ask, "Oh, is it a paint or wrap?" So yeah, painting is still there because we have some good paints too. If y'all ever want to go, we have an event January 18th. Sorry, little 18th, promo.
Saturday.
The 18th. Yeah, the 18th coming up.
Nice. Sunday, Friday.
Saturday, yeah.
Right.
It's in Paris. It's one of the biggest dragways.
Oh, damn, out there?
Yeah, it's the biggest dragway. One of our biggest events. But I love it, bro. I got out. So yeah, I quit modeling. I quit.
Did you have any like
a moment?
No, like inappropriate advances or anything like that?
Oh, always. Yeah? I think every model does. Every model always gets at least, bro, even more than one if I could say, but at least one person that a photographer always like, oh, like I want to do this concept but not so flashy, and then when you get to it, it's like, oh, like actually yeah, put that down a little more, and it's like, wait what? That's why I never went to a photo shoot alone. As any model should. Don't ever go to a photo shoot alone, especially with first time photographers, because man, that's how they get people too. And that's how they sometimes keep photos to themselves. I've had that too, where a photographer wouldn't send me my photos that he took of me.
Like none?
Wouldn't send it to me.
Was he holding them hostage or something?
No, like 2 weeks would go by. I'm like, hey, are the photos done? Like you said, be ready by this time. Oh, I'm still, I get it too. I get life. I'm like, okay. Like he's like, I'll get them in by Tuesday. I'd be checking in Tuesday. No reply. I'm like,
that's interesting.
It'd be stuff like that, man. I didn't get my photos for a whole 2 months. I was about to file.
Did you pay for them?
No.
Oh.
Mind you, some models, no. A lot of models get promos. Print? Yeah, the trade. Yeah. The trade. And thankfully it was always trade, but still I'd be like, but why are you holding my photos hostage? Like
that is kind of weird.
Especially if it was in like, even if it was nothing, like it was
like, come over and we'll edit you.
Yeah, no. It would, mind you, I never did any flashy anything either. So it'd be very confusing, like, why are you keeping my photos?
Yeah, like why? Like maybe if you were like half naked, you'd be like, that's kind of weird, bro. You can like look at those in your own time.
But even poses, that's too, man. When men don't get me on men lusting over female. Well, that's a whole topic. But man, it get like that where just a certain pose will have a man like, that was the one where it made me hesitant. Where I'm like, I don't like this.
A pose. I had a friend she would like not do any type of like. She wouldn't open her legs, like stuff like shit like that. And I was like, hey, why you so aggressive towards them? She's like, because I don't want to take those kind of pictures. I was like, oh, that's what's up, I guess. Like, I get it.
I get it. No,
but I'm also thinking like they probably asked you for that. Like maybe they should have communicated that ahead of time.
Then that's
like,
the thing. They don't.
Here's some examples of what we want. Yes or no? But if not, so we can go find somebody who would do it.
But you see, that's what they try to get you with. They try to get you with, oh, this is the idea I have. But bro, when it comes to the shoe right then and there, they'll start changing it. And that's when you really got to stick to what it said. Like, no, hey, you said it was this and this. Now I'm going to ask you for a compensation $100 plus more. Or, or I'm not doing that. We either do the shoe this way, the way we say, or we don't. It was a lot, man. It goes a lot into it. And I was my own booking manager, so I'd book my photo shoots. I'd do it myself. I ran everything. That's why there's a lot of people that know me. Like, I used to have 2 phones, which was trapping, of course.
One for the plug.
I was the plug. But it was just that too, where, man, like I said, photography would be sketchy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But there was some genuine. The most of the people I worked with, great work. It was always a vibe. Very always genuine, like, okay, totally understand, would always asking questions if we were comfortable. And it's people like that. Those are more out there, but it's those you got to really be cautious with out here nowadays.
I think usually they kind of give themselves away with the shit they post. Like if it's all like ass pictures and like,
oh yeah, because then
super close up goosebumps and shit. You're like,
because there's people out there and we like, oh, we know you work with OnlyFans, like we know, like, and there's people like that where photographers won't say they work with OnlyFans models or stuff like that, and nothing against y'all, but we'll try to then come, for instance, for say the line of modeling I was in, and try to ask me to do stuff like that. I'm like, wait, you ain't never seen none of that.
No link in my bio.
Yeah, exactly. What? I'm like, it's just like, where did you get that concept? Like, I don't post nothing like that. Yeah, so it's just that they'll try to squeeze their way into something, and that's kind of weird. That's where women get taken advantage, and that's a sad part of industry.
That's sad
for sure, bro.
Yeah, like I have a legitimate like respect for women, even though I post real toxic shit. I'd be like, where's the side eye? Someone put the side eye emoji, like bombastic. That's just small, yeah. But or shit like that, like fuck no, dude, I would never, because I've seen like girls accuse photographers of shit. I was like, damn, I never want to be in that situation.
And you would think that they would think that, right? But they don't.
The horny takes over.
Exactly. And it just goes to show how it just goes to show people don't care sometimes. And it's like, man, at least care about your self-respect. Like, for sure.
Your name.
Your name too. Like,
I'm talking for like the photographer. Like,
yeah, your name. And
te vas a quemar por una vieja.
Like, and there's a difference with, like, for instance, having a good name and, caring about what people think. Because I feel like a name is, I'm holding myself to the character I am. My character, my morals, like what I stand on. Instead of like, oh, I just care about like what I look like to other people. Yeah. That's different. But yeah, like a name, like, come on. You don't want to be known for taking pictures.
Imagine,
like, come on.
You know what's funny? There's a photographer, but I don't know him, right? Mm-hmm. But I've had multiple.
Wait, can you bleep things on here?
Yeah.
Say his name. I want to know who it is. I think.
So, he's been brought up multiple times, because I've had a lot of girls on here.
I've heard of him a long time ago.
And multiple girls have said his, not that name, but like the other thing, and I'm like, who is that? And it's like, it's the same person every time.
Every time.
I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That's
crazy. The sad life out here now.
And I was thinking, man, I would never, ever want that. Ever.
Hell no. Man, that's why we pray.
Some people just don't care though.
Some people just don't care, and it sucks. It sucks where it's like, why don't you care?
You should care.
You should, like. Yeah. I mean, it just goes to show. But man, that's why whenever man, I just be like, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. Yeah, because that's nowadays, I know how hot-headed I could get sometimes. I'm still working through it. Like I said, I'm not perfect. But man, I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to just pray for you. I'm going to just pray for you and pray for me because I'm going to strangle you if you say something one more time. So I'm going to pray for you.
When's your birthday?
March 26th. Oh, it's around the corner too.
Around the corner.
Yeah. I went sober on my birthday month.
On your birthday? I went sober 1 year just to see if I could do it. And I did the whole year.
And then you went back? Yeah. Oh, I was like, then you went back?
So it was
from what? Huh? May I ask from what?
From what?
From weed, alcohol?
Alcohol, I'm sorry. I don't smoke. It's not my...
Yeah, smoking was my thing.
Yeah. Something about like the ashy taste.
The residue.
Yeah.
That started hitting me later.
You know when you're smoking, you don't smell it. But you don't smell what other people smell.
Bro.
And so that's what bothered me.
Bro, I used to be a person where I don't care. I don't care. But then, like I said, bro, it wasn't until like, even after I'm already saved and everything, and I'm in my lukewarm, I'm like, I started smelling it, like smelling myself in it. And I was like, oh, like I couldn't, bro. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I smell like.
You're like, I thought I was cute.
All these years I've been smelling like even if you put perfume on it, I'm like, nah, bro, nothing helped. I'm sorry, girls, none of that helped. I'm telling y'all right now. Your
Victoria's Secret spray did not work.
Nothing, not even the Versace will help it, bro. I'm telling you. I was like, just one day I got a whiff of it, and I was like, ay, me dio tanto asco. Yeah. I was like, it was also a reason why I stopped. I said, bro, just that. I started caring about my name. Because I didn't care about what people think. I still don't until this day. I stand on what I said. But it's like more of like, oh, like, I don't want people to see me like this. Like, like, no. Yeah. Come on. And then I was like, oh, no, like, jeez.
Yeah. So, I went a whole year. I thought it was going to be hard. It was easy. I don't really drink like that anyways. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, it's not hard until the end. Until it was like December. Because I started in January, New Year's. And like December, I was itching. I mean, and during the like summer or whatever, go with my boys to the club, pop bottles. I drink my water. Like, I'm sober.
Got
easy.
This, bro.
But December came. It was like a finish line that I could see. I was like, I just want to fucking have it. Like, and I don't even drink like that. But because I put the year limit, oh, man, I was craving it so bad.
Oh, and that's what you think, bro. Like you said, the devil will try to work harder when you're about to reach what you said, so, or reach your goals.
But I finally got it at New Year's. I took it myself. I was like, oh.
Like after, you're like, okay. Yeah.
And then I was like, I could do one more year. I couldn't.
Man, you can't. It's hard. It's hard, bro.
I think when you think about it, it's harder.
Yeah.
Because like I haven't had a drink in a while, and it's not a big deal. Like I got alcohol in here. We got a bar outside. Like we just not. It's not a. I never come home like, oh, I need a drink.
Yeah, which is great.
I don't be stressed like that. So bless, But
no, for real. And that's a step I think too, where. Man, people even ask me like, "Oh, how'd you stop?" I'm like, "Bro, it's hard. Hold on. Like, I didn't just, boom, like cold I'm turkey, done tomorrow." No, like cold turkey don't work. It don't work. Even when people are like, "I'm not an addict. I could do." No, bro. Promise you, in a week you'll start smoking again. That's how it was for me. But man, that's props to you, because man, it took me a minute. I was like, oh. One puff not do nothing, and then the next day I'd be like one puff again,
one blunt,
and then I was sitting and I was like, dang, bro, I can't put this thing down. Like,
do you vape?
No, thank.
Thankfully,
I never vaped.
People are.
I did vape once.
Like addicted to that shit.
I was in high school, and bro, I got the very bad Nick sick, and I never did it again. Like,
that's good.
Like out the door, like. Throwing up off of vape has to be like, I'm sorry. It woke me up on like, if I don't throw up off of weed, why am I throwing up of a freaking nicotine pen? Yeah. Like, and after that, no, never again.
The way I see people, like, you really can't go 5 minutes. Like, you need to take it down to the grocery store with you. Man, that's crazy.
Man. And no judgment to y'all, bro. We know what I've been addicted to those flavored, the strawberry kiwi, the ice, man. But dang, like. Real. I'm being serious, y'all. That will catch up to you. I've seen it catch up to my friend. man, you won't see the side effects until one day he literally, his lung collapsed
No
in
shit.
the middle of his room.
Damn.
While he was about to just smoke weed, but he smokes nicotine. And that was just an eye opener for me to like never even. I'm like, oh, like, you know, I'll smoke it like a little bit. I was thinking about it. It was that week I was thinking, I was like, man, I haven't smoked a vape in like since I was in high school. So like 2019, 2020, the last years. But no, like, what a coincidence, never a coincidence, but like that year my friend lung collapsed and they told him, I was like, it's because of vaping.
Oof.
Man, I pray for y'all out there. Please put those dang Nick sticks down. No.
Did you when you say you lost people in, you know, switching your lifestyle, was it you cutting them off or did they cut you off?
Man, it was a little bit of both, but more so they cut me off.
Because you weren't fun no more?
Yeah, because I didn't want to smoke no more. I wasn't pulling up to smoke no more.
You were the party pooper?
I wasn't pulling up to smoke in the parking lots no more in the views. I wasn't pulling up to the clubs on you know, on Fridays when they got a guest, you know, and I could get a free table and stuff. Like, it's because I wasn't cool. I wasn't following, you know, what we're all used to, like, oh, you're not even gonna come out to the bar and stuff. And it's like, man, I had my mindset on like other things too. I'm like, I want a husband. Am I really gonna find like the real one at a bar? And mind you, not gonna come to y'all who have. but like me personally, talking about me myself.
I met my wife at the club.
Period. What? You see? The way it is right now. And no, like I said, everyone's story.
It's funny because a lot of people say that. I'm like,
but listen though.
Y'all like,
that's
if you
where
met him at the club.
No, but like that's too. I met, man, even some people I know at church, a couple met themselves at a bar or at a crazy thing. Yeah. But it's really just two of I was disliking it. It was like slowly the more I was going, I was just like, and it was nothing to them. It was like I started inviting them to like, bro, coffees or something, like to do regular stuff. Like, let's go on a hike, bro. Like, let's go do this. Or, and mind you, it wasn't even me inviting them to church. Like, really not. Just different like different stuff. And it's like, they're like, oh, like, you're not the same, Brie. Like, you know, that was always down to just drink on a Tuesday, or like, you know, it's more, I woke up and I was like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? We're smoking we're wasting 2 hours smoking in this parking lot, right? Like, it was that I really felt like a light went on my head, and I was like, we're wasting time. I was like, how can we get to a bigger, like, I was still hustling, and I was like, how can we get to a bigger bag? How can we actually put this brand in motion? How can we do this? And it was like, no one was on the same mindset as me. And
I wonder what they think now. Like,
and mind you, I still check up on them. Like, I'm still a very down to earth person. I always have been. I always check up on my people. But at the same times too, a lot of things while they separated from me, because I was a real person. Like, and I still am to this day. That will never change. But man, I will be straight up to my friends. I'm like, bro, you complain about this and third, you won't cut this and this off. And I wouldn't come straight through sometimes. I'd be like, bro, come on. Like, you know what it is. And they didn't like that I was being more real and I wasn't putting like, try out God. Like, they just didn't want to hear that. Yeah. But I still told them, I was like, you know what? I'm always here for you. I still say it. You know, sometimes they do text me. They do. Much love to them. They still watch my stuff or even swipe up sometimes like, oh, I'm proud of you. And even that where I'm like, you know what? Even though we're not in each other's lives, like, it's always much love, always. I'm not no hater. Like, I used to be a big hater. A big hater where I'm like, nah, F you and all for all y'all.
In your Bible journey?
No, before that, no.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I would hold things against, like, oh, I'll remember that. I'm like, I'll remember that. And when I see you, and when I catch you, Ricky, it's over. Nah, but that went full away. When deep down, I was hurt. I'm like, damn. I thought you was my real friend. Like, cool. Because I was always, man, I ride for people hard. Oh. I grew up in, I don't like saying sometimes where I grew up. I grew up in City Heights. The ghetto.
Did you go to Hoover?
No, I went to Ibarra Elementary. And then I was supposed to go to Hoover. No. What was it called?
Gompers?
No, not Gompers. Hoover, no. You know where Winona is? Oh, I'm talking the streets. I'm talking in between the streets.
There's nothing about city lights I like.
No, for real. It wasn't Hoover. Hoover's on the left. What's on the right?
I have no idea.
What's on the right? I forgot the name of it. It's a ghetto school. It's right above Colina Park. Right behind there. But now I moved. I've lived all around the city.
What's up?
When people be asking me for directions, I'm like, I don't need directions. Like that's I was like I said, national city.
Streets.
City Heights from Del Mar to Santee, bro, to all around
across the county and shit.
Across the county, shoot. LA at one point. That's why I always be repping LA a little bit. Not too hard. Not too much. I got 619 tied on me for a reason. That's.
Do you cover up? Do you like go real dainty when you do go to church? Like,
when I go to church? Nah, bro.
No.
Not like I wore this like last week. Bro, it gets hot in there sometimes. Yeah, I take this off. That's the one thing. You got to know with the right people at church ain't going to judge you for nothing. Ain't going to judge you. Like I said, it's very welcoming. No one, man, some of my pastors said they like my tattoos. Like I don't feel judged. And at the same time, I don't care what people think. I know what my God says about me in the Bible. I'm good. I'm secure with who I am.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Does your new lifestyle, since it's kind of fresh?
Mm-hmm. It is. It's about to be. It's a year and some change. It's a year and some change. Yeah.
You think I'm gonna go? Does what you look for in like a man change? Did it change?
Oh yeah. Kind of. Like.
Did you like the hustling type? On the streets type.
I didn't like the streets type.
Okay.
I like the hustler mentality. Like I like the guy.
Like legit hustler or.
How do I say this without saying what I did back then? Like, actually, I don't care. So I was very good at money wise. So I was the middleman to put it into, and if you know what it is, you know what it is. If you don't, oh well. I was a good middleman, and I was a woman, so I did it very good. But I liked the hustler that was like, wasn't always in the club. Like he was only in the club either, for business meetings and stuff. Like, the real mystique, like, but was tatted, but a sweetheart. Like I was living such a fantasy. And bro, there's none like that, y'all. Like there's none. Even the narcos, bro, they're not. So and I'm being so real. Like I wanted this fantasy of like I want him gangster, but I want him a lover guy. Like
but to like only love me.
Like only me. Like no.
Swerve bitches.
No. In that industry, bro. They have their little girlfriends. Like
there's a reason they do it.
Exactly.
Because it's like a perk.
Exactly. And just like getting into that. Yeah, like I got asked a bunch by men that were trying to fit that perspective, but they didn't fit the other half. Like they were only the gangster type, the flashy and stuff. I didn't like flashy. I like no one knows you. You don't got no Instagram. Like you work behind this. Like, nah, bro, there's nothing like that. But yeah, it changed. It changed. I still like Latinos. I'm a Latina myself. I'm a little bit of I have a little bit of Puerto Rican in me.
Extra spice.
I don't discriminate. I love them all.
But what I meant was like, are you looking for somebody now? I'm not saying you're looking, but
yeah,
your future husband or whatever.
Don't chase, y'all.
Shoot the DM. Is it somebody who also has the same beliefs?
Yeah, I mean,
like as far as maybe not like a church thumper,
not a church thumper,
somebody
but
who has like a spiritual,
believes in Jesus. Yeah. I feel
is that
it goes different with people who believe and don't believe. That's different. Like, that's a non-believer and a believer.
Like a fucking atheist or something.
Yeah, that's different. Like, hold on, we not. It's like, see, come on, we're water and oil. Like, we're not gonna combine. But it's someone, everyone's. I think me too. In my head, bro, I'm like 25, 26. I'm 22.
You're young.
No, I am. I take that as a compliment because I be saying I look younger, so that's good.
People say you look younger?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
When like I said, I be in my like gym outfits, like my yoga pants. I take care of kids. So, I'm a petite person.
They're like, esta niña, ¿qué pedo?
No, for real. They'd be like, oh, you're like 19, 20. I'm like, I'm 22. Dang. But nah, it definitely changed. At least that. Just like.
At least you didn't get out of this shit with like kids already. You know what I mean?
Praise the Lord. But and I never was though. Like I said, I was never like. Thankfully, I would never be that hooked up on no man. Oh, okay. That's one thing. Like, and I was raised in the streets. I knew.
No names tatted on you or nothing?
No. No names tatted on me.
I look like the kind that has like a name, like in the lower back or some shit.
Never.
Jesus' name.
I was never that. No, I do got a Bible verse on me though, for sure. Got a Bible verse on me for sure. I got 14 tats for sure.
No names.
But yeah, my views definitely changed, and knowing what a true man is.
That's
a true man, provider. It's not just a provider, protector, you know, and all that, but it's really a man who loves his wife and only his wife. only, not no 2 to 3, 4.
That's
only.
Crazy. I've said this like another podcast, but like this generation, I don't think that's not like, it's not cool to love. You know what I mean? It's not cool to have like one chick.
It's not.
Like you gotta have multiple.
Yeah.
And
I've seen it. I've seen it in my own old friends where I'm like, that's why it was hard for me to trust. I never trusted a guy because I saw him back then. They're still my brothers, but my brothers do it, and I'm like, that would terrify me. I was like, dang, bro, me getting done like that, I'd be damned. Like, I'd be damned. It made me
sick. Yeah,
it made me sick, and the fact that, you know, I was. Like I said, I ride too hard. I wouldn't tell the females sometimes, like, sorry, girls, I know y'all be I know. Man,
did they ever find out?
The bond was closer with my brothers than these people, than these girls. But they would find out, and thankfully all the girls never brought me into it. That's one thing. That's one thing. Even now, like you say like, are the Mustangs any of mine? Like, I always make sure, like, man, no, these are my brothers in Christ. Like, these are my brothers. Like, I'm not one of those females.
You're scaring the hoe.
Yeah, you're scaring them. Dang. But no, like, I be so for real. It's too how we were raised, bro. I was raised very different. I was raised where, man, you stick to what you said. These are your brothers. These are your brothers. You don't even see them like that. Don't even call them cousins. I know some of y'all be calling them your cousins.
Like the fucking timeless ages debate of like men and women can't be friends type shit. So.
Yeah, man, that's on how your intentions are with them. Like, if you know your true intentions. People say that,
like, damn, you try to fuck every girl you know? Like, damn, bro, like you can't just be their friend.
Just be cool, bro. Like, mind you, and I've had some of those where I'm like, well, they would move, and I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I see you as for real, bro. They're like, oh, I thought you were just saying that. I'm like, nah, I'm the type to mean it. Like, I actually mean that. And it'd be sad, bro. I'd be like, dang.
Like, I got female friends, like good, like close female friends. And I'm like, they'd be like, oh, but so I've had one dude, he was like, if you were stuck on island, I was like, bro, I don't see
I don't. Like, that's the thing. Bro, like, why are you bringing these questions? I don't want to fuck my friends, bro. Like, chill, I see my friends as my friends.
Like, they like dudes to me, bro. Like, treat them like dudes. Like, I remember I was on the phone with one of my friends, and I was like, hey, like, blah, 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 blah. And my cousin with me, he's like, who's that? And I was like, oh, so-and-so. He's like, bro, I thought you were talking to a dude. And I was like, that's how I talk to my friends.
Exactly, bro. And even, bro, the guys talk to me like, if I, like, even the ones that, you know, we believe in Jesus, they be talking to me exactly like if I'm literally their sister or their brother. They'd be like, bro, that's stupid. Like, what would you, like, and it's that I feel everyone's has also seen a perspective. You know, the world tries to paint a bad habit of why men and women can't be friends. But, you know, there's boundaries.
It's just boundaries. Like saying like all women are bitches. Like, yeah, you've met a couple bitches, but not all women are bitches. You know, like,
you said it. You said it for me. You see, like, and it's like,
yeah, there's been situations where like the bestie has become a thing, but not all of them. So you can't just generalize.
Not all men, all men like women, but not all men, you know, want to have with every woman.
Yes, that shit is crazy to me.
It's so played out.
But they'll be like, "Oh, you just saying that?" It's like, oh yeah, bro, I don't care.
And it goes to show we're sad. Where I'm like, all right, bro, believe what you want to believe. Like, you know, they already have a mindset. They already have a mindset
of what it is. You can't take them out of that shit. Yeah,
and you gotta just let people. Yeah, it's crazy because I'm dealing with that right now.
For real.
Yeah, like
a men and women thing.
A man and woman thing. Yeah, especially.
You got someone out here saying that you fucking your friends.
No, but thankfully not to that extent, but to the extent where it's like, you know, and I'll say this just in general in my perspective, but just pulling up with not even one of my team members, like not one of the boys from the car even, but like, you know, I still have guy friends outside that I'll like, bro, they'll be picking me up because I don't want to drive. And I pull up with them and immediately it's like, oh, that's your girl. Like, that's, and I'm like, and I'd be quick, bro. I'd be quick to like, now we just friends. Like, oh no, like I'm their sister. Like, since no one really gets the term too, sisters in Christ, I'd be like, no, I'm their sister. Like, I'm their sister. And I'd be like, I see it everywhere. And especially it's harder with, in the most humblest way, with good looking women. Like, it's hard to believe that people can be friends. But I deal with that. I'm quick with that. I don't play that. I'm gonna tell you,
like, a lot of pretty girls are crazy, bro. Like, you wouldn't even want to date them if you knew them for real.
I used to be one of them. I know. I used to be one of them for real. But yeah, it's something, man. I don't think it's something woman or even pretty woman, like, or even guys too, will ever get out of that. Because guys get asked that question too, where it's like, that's you, bro. And I'd be like, no. And that's how I got to the point where it's like, no. And they'll be like, oh, and they'll try to dig it out of you. And it's like, what are you digging, bro? Like, no. And being just the
Besides,
person
if you just like sit back and watch them interact, like you'd be able to like feel the vibe out and be like, oh, yeah, they got a thing. Oh, and be like, oh, no,
they really
just real friends and shit. Yeah.
And yeah, that's something, I'm dealing with today and most likely will deal with for the rest of my dang life. But yeah, it's hard out here in these streets. It's hard.
Even in the
even the church, bro. People be trying to ship people from church, bro. Y'all need to stop doing that. Y'all need to stop doing that. You know,
they'd be like, did you see what she came with today?
My gosh. Oh my. It'd be like, yeah, bro. I pulled up with. I'm not gonna say any guys that I know from church. I pulled up with Gustavo because Gustavo, I needed a ride at church, and I pulled up with Gustavo, and Gustavo lives closest to me.
So he came with Jesse last.
And I'd be like, okay, but you didn't see us like holding hands, ha ha, like, yeah, man, it'd be even in the like church, y'all.
It's just like people are just nosy. We love the cheese, man.
Yeah,
you know, so.
It's like, how about we mind our own business, please? And then it's like, nah, I'm good. I can't lie. I'd be like this. I'm like, oh, they pulled up with them. Okay, cool. All right. But then you get to see.
I thought that was the
I'm like, oh. And I'd be like, and then, but I catch myself. I'm like, man, that's none of my business. Whatever. I don't care. Like, man.
Is there any like that? Like I know you're still kind of like new in the year is kind of relatively new, but like, have you noticed any of that, like, kind of like high school, like, grouping of, like
cliques
and
like
shit at church and shit? Yeah.
I feel like.
But aren't the people at the church usually like
for
older?
Real. There are. Yeah, there's a lot. There's how we call them, the elders, the pastors, the young adult. We have young adults, high schoolers, like middle schoolers. But I think, well, in my church, I can't speak for anyone else's church. We all know each other. You can't, even when you're new, you can't come in without someone knowing you're new. And they still make you feel welcome. Like, they're still like, oh, hi. And we'll invite you. Like, we see you're a young adult, for instance, they'll invite me. So there's no cliques. Like, yeah, even in my girl group, we all realize we all have different relationships within each other. You know, someone knows someone deeper, but we all come together just as one. And I feel.
So there's never like a girl posting like Bible study and you're not there, like, oh shit.
Yeah, we do that. Where it's instance, say I'm at a coffee shop with, I'm gonna say for instance one of my friends, Mia, but for instance, like me and Mia the girls would know, like, me and Mia probably needed a day to just talk, and it's just me and her. But we always invite, if it's more of like, oh, let's invite the girls. It's never of like discluded. Thankfully, in my group, we don't disclude no one. We all are in that maturity level where it's like we all have lives. We all know some people are closer than others, but we all come together. We're still all one group. And yeah, thankfully we don't have none of that in my church. Thankfully, even the boys, they're like, some hang out with more than others, but everyone still gets invited. And everyone still gets invited. Yeah.
That's a cool little new journey you're on.
Yeah.
Hope you stay on it.
I will.
Like, I feel like a lot of people who turn, like they get their little cleanser, like, I'm good for like another 20.
Yeah.
And then I hit the streets again and shit.
Man.
It's because I feel like they use it as a crutch. Like, oh, God's going to forgive me regardless. Let me go out here and act a little silly.
Yeah, you know, like.
I'll be back, you know?
Yeah, man. God's
going to forgive me. Jump in that pool
me.
again one more time. We'll be straight.
And that's the thing, bro. Like, I've seen it with even a close friend of mine that did do that or has, you know, I'm still praying for her. But it's like, man, you're going to have to start, like, it's kind of that. Even in any business, anything wise, you're going to have to start over. And then you're going to go through the whole motions again. Even if you're in a high, you're going to go through the same thing. And it's kind of that where, man, I've seen it. And it's just a circle. It's just a circle. I've seen it in my life. It's just a circle. Even when it's in it. It's where people, it's like, you know, God forgive me. Like, you know, all I got to do is apologize. Like, all I got to do is apologize. But man, everyone forgets the repent part, which is kind of what you say, turn away. I'm good off of that. Where, man, turning away, it's not just, you know, I got one eye over here. Now it's like, man, it's when you fully make up your mind. And I think you just have to, God has to really do something in your life to never go back. And that's what it was for me, man. I could go story on story. Like, that was just a brief of it. But it's like, I can't unsee the things he's done in my life. Like, I wouldn't be breathing. And I think that's the point where people don't have that moments where it's like, I'm breathing because of him. And it's sad to say, like, you know, people sometimes have to get those I'm still breathing moments. But like you said, everything happens for a reason. You know, I pray for everyone to not turn around. Like, once you find him, like, keep going, because your life prospers. Like, and that's in the Bible. He wants nothing but for you to be wealthy. People think, you know, wealth is not good. You're not supposed to be wealthy and all this. It says that in the Bible, you guys. You just got to do it the right way, the correct way. And how I said, God wants to see you succeed, but keep him first. So yeah, I love this. I love this journey. That's dope. I love the Lord.
I was like, man, I'm confused. What is she? What's going on? Like,
what am I?
She modeling, or is she a church girl? Like,
I'm
just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
I'm just a woman of God. I'm just like everyone. I'm not perfect, bro. You see, I told y'all I be having moments I want to crash out. Like,
still.
Not like bad, like, you know, not weed, like, but you know, no, I'm working on my like RBF right now, where like it's not judging, but I'd be quick to like
yeah,
my face be showing it.
You be judging with the looks.
Yeah, without wanting to, and that's something I'm working on. Where it's like, okay, I'm not judging, but like you looked at me wrong, and it's still that hood in me a little bit where I can still, man, because it's years too. People be thinking like even people try to hold it accountable over pastors, but we all human. We ain't perfect, but man, it's about just trying, keep trying, and that's really what it is. Keep trying. Yeah.
That's what's up. You do like what is it, like youth groups or anything like that? Do you run?
So I'm putting together a Bible study. That's something I'm doing. Everyone loves my coffee, so I don't know if you ever seen me post like at a coffee shop with my Bible. A lot of girls have been wanting to go, but also as you see, I grew up around guys a lot. So even my brothers in Christ and like the church. So I want to make it a co-ed, because I feel like that a lot of people have a perspective where men and women, even in the church, can't sharpen each other or get advice from each other. So that's something I want to break off, because I feel like that lingers a lot from growing together, and even men knowing what women go through and women knowing what men go through.
The whole, like, the reason I also think that why they say like, oh, men and women can't be friends is we keep separating. Like, nah, dudes go over here and the girls come over here. Like, how you ever gonna see each other like an equal if you keep separating?
And even in the point where women think, you know, like, oh, I could do what a guy got to do. I used to be one of those, y'all, and no, we can't do certain things. We can't, no matter how hard we try. At the end of the day, God created man and woman to be together to help. We're a helper. Men can't do stuff alone too without a woman. I'm sorry to break it to you, y'all. Yeah, y'all can go as hard as you can, but man, with a woman, you're gonna exceed. You're gonna go beyond it. And even as a man, I feel like there's, you know, attributes and qualities of a man that a woman doesn't have, and the same as a woman that a man doesn't have. And that's how you combine those two. It's a powerful thing. And yeah, like this world has made it seem like I'm gonna do that my way. I don't need a guy. I'm Miss Independent. I could say that because I was that person. Don't come for me. But man, like that's so wrong. That's so wrong. So yeah, I want to break that mindset where it's like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna go to my brother for some advice because I need, like, I don't get this guy. I don't understand. But boom, I get some knowledge off of that. And it's that we all
like, also, why would you ask a woman about, like, man, you know what I mean? Like
it just makes you think a little deeper. Like
I'm not gonna go to my boy like, hey, why you think she's doing it? He's like, bro, I'm gonna put you on game, bro. Like,
and it's
I'm
like,
go ask the girl, like, yo, why is this like this, bro?
Exactly that, like, man, man, that's exactly it.
Girls do it more, like, listen to their homegirls about dudes, and then, like, I'll be like, hey, he just don't like you. Nah, he does.
Nah, he does. He's just playing hard to get. He's just doing it. No, bro, he really don't
fuck with you like that.
You're getting played. And that's the reason why I lost some of my homegirls, because I was real. And it wasn't because I knew everything of a guy, but bro, I was raised around men. So it's like I grabbed that mentality. It took me hard to even be a little, like, get into my feminine. I really got into my feminine era this year. Like I'm telling you, I was.
You just walking around thugging?
I'm not even thugging. Like I was still in my cute little fits. But bro, I had a mentality of a man. Like, oh, you're not gonna play me. I'm gonna play you first. Like, nah, I hustle harder than you. I got more money than you.
See, that's why dudes turn like that, because it goes.
It
like
was. You see, yeah, because and it's not. And look at that. No, actually, women, like, it's way easier when you got a man, you know. But it's also not saying women can't do things independently. But man, it's way better. It's funny because my girl get up to, like, grab something from. She's short. She's like, babe, I can't reach. I was like, what happened, Miss Independent? What you gonna do? I'm not here. What you gonna do if I'm not here? But here's the thing: if she's not here, we always find a way. Yeah. But you see how it's easier when you're here, and it's that, man. It's not that we can't do it, but man, team effort. Why don't you want the help? Yeah. Why won't you? I could do it, but bro. You know, we all deep inside want the help. It's also those daddy issues and mommy issues we deal with. I could talk because I got him. Okay, you got both. I did at one point. Have you gone to therapy? God was my therapy for sure. Oh, okay. He did. Me and my mother are now best friends more than anything. That's what's up. Yeah, it's. You're still young too, though. I am. I love my mom. I just had some grudges. Pops, I have a stepdad, which I love like my own father. My dad, I've met him when I was young, but still don't hold nothing against him. Like, I think it's that I just was like, you know, life happens for a reason, and I'm the person I am for a reason. Life does happen for a reason. Yeah, but it's all good. God turns everything for good, so. I think that just look at the better outcome. It's funny because the last time I invited you, I was like all around, because I usually do like 6:30, 7. Yeah. And you're all like 5. I was like, yeah, I get it. She's probably trying to go out to the club or some shit. And that's where I was like, where you're like, where I had that, I was like, is he asking me like if I got things after? I'm like, yeah, because you're like, go 5, home and sleep. No, because I figure like, oh, she got to go home, get ready, get the pre-drinking going. You go, no, bro. I'd be home 8. I'd be asleep. Damn. I wake up at 4:30 a.m. Boring ass 22-year-old. No, yeah, all I go to the gym, work, praise the Lord, and I go back home. But no, yeah, like, man, now it's not even, bro. I feel better. I feel like everything. Like, man, I'm more productive. Man, I feel like I'm doing actually more. I'm even on my social media. People be reaching out to me, bro. Very aesthetic, by the way. Thank you. Even though I try not to be, I keep it real. Things, you know, true. I try to keep it just really who I am. Like, I try to be that aesthetic, but I'm like, bro, this ain't me. I'd be like posting just car stuff or either me stuff. Like who you are in person and like who you are in message is two different people. I'd be like, hi. Does it give that? Like, no, you're very like professional. Not professional, but like cold almost. Yeah, I'm like, hi. I'm like, damn, you want to come? Like. And that's the thing. I'm an event coordinator, so I'm organized. Oh, so when things too, I take things serious. But when you meet me in person, bro, I'm like, okay, cool vibes. Yeah. Like, but I'd be serious about things. I'd be like, all right, we gonna get this done. Because I knew also like it didn't work out the first time we did it. So I'm like, nah, like I don't want him thinking I'm a flake. I'm going to do this. Like we gonna get this done. People flake, so I'm not even like true. But that's the thing. Yeah. I hold myself accountable to my word. That's what's up. Exactly what it is. I don't, because then. Like you said, it's not even to my name, but it's how to like oh, now I can't trust you. You gonna say you gonna show up at this time? No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
Liar.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like,
I was gonna go to your church tomorrow. Her? She's a liar.
She ain't gonna be there. She said.
Give her 10 Hail Marys or whatever.
Yeah, man. I get that a lot. I get even, man, when I even talk about Jesus, bro, I get people who are like, you know, God, you go to church?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, I go to church.
Those can be deceiving for sure.
Like, so deceiving. Sure. And I'd be like, yeah. Oh, you don't go out? We going to a restaurant? We going, like, I still go to a bar, a nice restaurant. I just went to one for New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, you know, I take a nice lemon drop with my food and that's it. I'm not.
Oh, okay. So you'll have like a.
Drinking wise, man, I'll have one. The only thing I ever do is one. I don't push it. I don't even tend to. I know I'm still, like I said, I'm still raised in the trenches, bro. I still be looking around, making sure, like, you know, nowadays it's getting hot. So I'm like, I be on my head on a swivel. Like I be.
Would you get like mad drunk in your day? Were you getting like sloppy, violent?
Thank goodness it was never sloppy. Okay. Thank goodness it was never. But it was like I was the one with the bottle. Hey, shot. Open your mouth. You shot me at the end. Like it was. Damn. I was that, and mind you, I was a club promoter, so I had to drink. But thankfully, you know, I wanted to drink. You're right. I didn't have to drink. I wanted to drink, yeah. And.
Because I used to be a club promoter too.
Yeah, like.
And so I would tell the bartender, give me some Sprite, but put some cranberry in it. So it looks like a drink.
That's what I was doing.
People be like, let me buy you a drink. I'd be like,
I got one. Bro, that was me during my lukewarm. And I was like, I don't want to take shots. Like, I was like, so I would have just that. I was drinking cranberry all the time.
Yeah.
Even when people were out like, oh, I'm like, I got mine. And I'm like, I'd report on my close friends. I'm like, this is only cranberry juice, you guys. Like, don't come at me. Don't come at me.
I remember girls would be like, let me have a drink. And they'd be like, oh, it's so strong. I was like, you lying ass.
You lying, bro. There's not a sip of liquor in this.
Nothing in
bro. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
Girls are fake. Fake as fuck.
Bro. Oh, my gosh. I remember that time. That time was funny. And people would know, like, it got to a point where my friends would be like, let me see your drink. And I'm like, no. And I'd be like, no, you're crazy. I'd be like, you're crazy. But they know, like, I'm also, how you said, I'm not a strict person, but I'm like, I said what I said. Oh, okay. And I'm like, I'm not drinking.
No,
they're like, okay, we at least asked you. And I was like, yes, don't ask me.
That's why they don't invite you to Marlin.
Yeah, because I was like,
get the new group chat going.
Bro, and I don't, go ahead. But it's like, dang, like, how you gonna peer pressure me onto doing something I don't want to do?
Yeah.
How about you respect me? And
it's that people who fall for it, so that's why.
It's people that too, where people thought I wasn't serious, and I was like, nah, I'm serious. Like,
I'm a woman of God.
It's also that where I'm like, bro, I just like I'm still here with y'all. I just don't feel like I have to drink to really have a good time.
It sucks though, because like when you're around people who are like lit and drunk, and you're not on that vibe, you're like.
I feel like I'm babysitting. I feel like I'm babysitting.
And then you're babysitting, that's the worst.
True. Yeah. I used to hate it, but then I took it as like, there was events like that where I'm like, all right, thank God I'm here actually. Because I'd be, my friends, man, I wouldn't even want them to drive home. So it'd be times where like that where I'm like, you know what? It's always that. I know I'm always somewhere where I have to be for a reason. So even where I wasn't drinking, man, my friends might have called me, oh, you a party pooper or whatever. It's like, man, at least we get you home safe. At least I'll be a babysitter. And I always had that mom instinct in me. Even when I was in the clubs, I made sure I never drink too much. Like I said, I always had my cup covered, everything.
Have you seen that little cover for girls?
Yeah, I never did none of that. No, like my hand was like this all the time. Like I said, head on a swivel, making sure like checking my drink, checking down. My drink would be up here all the time, never below, nothing. Like I said, I was
really people out here drugging people though.
Exactly. No, I got roofied once.
You got roofied?
And it was the most unexpected. Like I'm telling you.
Did you know from who?
No.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say from where either because I'm not about to get sued. But like you could bleep it out, please. But
no shit.
Yeah. It was during
the club
YouTube. It was during when I don't know if you ever saw when bleep this out too. Went to go promote there. No. It was that during that, and it was.
Isn't that kind of recent?
No, that was like years ago.
Oh, for real?
Years ago. But, and it was the most like it was an eye opener. That too was like, man, I was a few sips away from overdosing, and mind you, I'm tiny, bro. I'm tiny.
You know how much you can save on roofies with you? Like half a roof.
They don't even. They need a quarter to get me for real. Like no jokes aside, bro. And mind you, I'm taking shots and I'm smoking. I was always smoking in every club. That was me. I was a crosser. I'm a smoker and I'm a drinker. So I was like, plus the roofie.
Were you with anybody who?
It was the one time I was with people I only partied with at family functions, not out at the clubs.
Oh, okay.
But even them, like 100% knew it wasn't them. But it was like, it was the most chaotic scenery because we actually got split apart. I stayed in the section and the two girls I was with went to go get the guys because they couldn't come in the section. So I sat there and it was in that moment, like during all that chaotic stuff where I got roofied, and bro, I kid you not, it was like lights on, lights off. Like boom, I don't remember anything. I blink, I wake up, I'm in the hospital.
Damn.
Like imagine you in the club,
you wake up, what the fuck?
It literally felt like a movie. I'm not even joking to you. Like it was the most.
That's scary.
My grandmother is there because my family was out of town. The security didn't know who to call. Like they had to call my family connections to get me out. Like it was a whole thing.
Damn. Well,
and after that day,
happened?
Thankfully nothing happened. Thankfully, like I said, I knew connections in the club. So like, yeah, I knew a security guard knew me. He knew he was like, Bree, like he was talking to me. I was unresponsive. So he got my phone. He was telling my grandmother this because my grandma a little old, but she could get to the bottom of things. How he just went to the emergency and called my dad.
Oof.
Which is my stepdad, but my dad and my mom and everything, they're in Hawaii. Just that, getting a call. So my dad calls people we know. My grandma goes with the people. They get me out the club. My grandma tries to bring me back to the house. My aunt is like, no, this is not like, I know blackout drunk. Yeah, she's not take her to the hospital. They take me to the hospital. And mind you, this is a gap of 4 hours. The club, it was during closing time of the club. I remember that because I was just sitting, mind you, I was just sitting on the couch waiting for them. I'm scrolling through Instagram and that's all I remember. I don't remember wobbling, nothing. Like it hit me so hard. I don't remember nothing else. And yeah, 4 hours because I woke up at like 6 a.m. Woke up at like 6 a.m. And after that, that was really when I never took a sip of alcohol in the club. I had more like, I was doing club promoting because of course the money, like it came and went. But I was like, I'm not drinking at nothing. Nope. Pre-gamed right in the car before if I wanted to drink at all. Kept something on me at all times. I was not dealing with it.
I've only heard a couple of stories of that. It's like, yo, let me say this. You a real bitch if you out here roofing girls. You a lame. You a fucking weirdo. Your mom's a hoe. Your grandma's a hoe. You a bitch.
You just need some help. Yo, you need the Lord. Man. You need to get delivered.
Pussy ain't that serious, bro. Like you are,
man.
Weirdos.
It's so corrupt.
If that's how you gotta get some chicks, man. That's
man, crazy. Or even not to get chicks, bro. Like
I feel like even dudes be getting roofie too,
bro. It goes even deeper. Like I've seen how things work in Mexico. Like man, imagine it could have been so much worse. And like that was also
good thing it didn't happen like in TJ or some shit.
I've had my time in TJ, and even that, bro, I was like, man, and it's also bad when a bunch of women out there. I'm like, you a target if you a pretty woman and they've never seen you here before. And I used to never go clubbing too, because like that's one thing. My grandfather, which is my real dad's, would warn me about
specialty too, like
like dang, like no.
Like, oh, they got my type.
Like, dang, like I'm a target out here. But yeah, it was when I was in my rebellion stage. I was like, man, I'm gonna go to TJ anyways. I don't care. Like they told me not to go, I'm gonna go. Idiot. Yeah. Like I've never been more like alert in my life, and I was seeing everyone looking at me. I stayed close to like my guy friends. I didn't even go to the bathroom for that point. I was holding in my pee for so long. I kid you not. The moment we crossed that border, I peed right outside of the car, bro. I didn't want to go to the bathroom. I felt so like just, man, it's scary out there.
A little fish in the shark in a pond full of sharks.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, ain't nothing safe out here. And of course,
because it's like you're tiny, like
I'm
snatching
tiny.
you up.
It's that boom, I'm gone. I'm out of there.
They
like
snatch just a little thing of smoke still there.
like you wouldn't see me, man. It is. Oh my gosh! And the club promoters
scary.
work for some of the. So you know, sure. I was looking at them drinks like, nah, I'm good.
I'm alright.
Nah. Oh, él te lo trajo. Él quiere. No, estoy bien. I'm fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. All right.
That's scary, bro.
Yeah, but that's the life, man.
You gotta be careful. Good thing you out of that though.
Yeah, man. Just how I was raised.
You should go to like women's shelters and talk to them and shit.
I actually will be doing that too. One of our leaders from the church does that too. They want me to go out there and speak. Yeah, man, I was raised like I said, I was homeless at one point, didn't have nothing. Man, I was raised, I saw people get murdered. I lived in City Heights. Like, man, I went through a bunch of things. I've been, I was one of the women too. I've been sexually harassed, raped, like everything. Damn. Bro, I went through everything in life. That's how I kind of know you're all good. But it's how I keep my testimony long short, bro. I went through everything, every single thing. The highs, the lows, the Suburbans, the trenches. Nothing, bro. Nothing. And now I live at peace, family good, friends good.
You have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, siblings good. And they live, thank God, like just seeing that, they live a better life than I ever did. And that's an answered prayer within themselves. They're younger than you? Yeah, they're 10 years younger than me.
They're young.
Yeah, they're great.
They're kids.
They're amazing kids. And it's that where I'm like, God answered prayers I didn't even know I prayed. But I prayed in my head. Man, I wish for a better life and like mom good, car good, finally house, living from apartments to apartments, 2 with 8 people. Man, that's all I could be grateful for. And man, I'm just blessed. I'm blessed. All glory to God.
Like a lot of social media, we see like these highlights and the extravagant living. You're like, damn. And sometimes it gets away from me. Like I'm still, like a human. Sometimes they'll get away from me. Like, damn, babe, I want better for us. And she's like, yeah, baby, it's cool, but she's all definitely appreciate what we got though. Like we work for it, and nobody gave this to us, and I was like, "Dang, you're man." Right. I love her that because she always keeps me grounded.
Exactly. I mean, because man, it could all be gone tomorrow, and that's how I really look at things, and I'm more grateful. Because even with my friend passing away, man, it could be a friend, a work, or anything could be gone tomorrow, and even that, man, everything's nice, but what will you do when everything is wiped away, I thank God, like, I hit that rock bottom where I'm like, man, I don't have nothing, but I think I'm still alive. But, yeah, our generation gets caught up with all, the bigger, better, and there's nothing wrong for that, but it's like, I'm good right now, but I know I'm going to get there one day, and it's always knowing that, man, if God could do it for them, he could do it for me.
This is a picture I saw on Instagram a long time ago. It was this dude on a bus stop. Mm-hmm. And no, I'm sorry. He was in a bus and he's looking out the window. There's a guy in a car. He's like, damn, I wish I had a car. And then the guy in the car looks at the plane and he's like, damn, I wish I was in that. You know what I mean? So like, I know exactly. We all want like the better, and we should just appreciate what we got because we're doing better than, the person wishes he had a car and you're in the car.
And I think, what was that person? I think in that photo, or I think I might have seen it somewhere else, where it was something like that, but it was the person that had less, where it's like, oh, I'm glad I'm here. And it's like, dang, like this person's happy that he at least is alive and is good. And everyone just wants something that the next person has.
You just got to be grateful for what we got, gratitude.
Yeah, amen. And that's really what it is. Be grateful.
You walk around saying amen a lot.
No,
have you prayed on anybody like that? Like you stop them like a stranger? I had that happen to me. I thought it was like the weirdest thing at first. I was like, hey, I don't know you like that, bro. No. And it was out of nowhere because I was asking him something like work related, and he's like, hey, brother, can I pray for you? And I was like, sure, bro. You know what I mean? Like you
see, like I don't come up straight to. Okay,
I feel like this is like when girls get asked for when you get your number, you're like. Okay. Like that. And then he put his hand on my shoulder and he like said his prayer, and I was sitting there like, A little awkward.
No.
But then after I was like, you know, I appreciate that, bro.
Exactly.
Maybe I needed that.
And it's always those moments where, man, it's even from new people even doing that. How everyone starts, bro, everyone's nervous. Everyone don't want to. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, we don't want to make people feel weirded out, you know? And that's how I'm in that stage where I'm like, but when you really filled with the Holy Spirit, bro, sometimes I couldn't one day get this ringing, like this voice out of my head, which is the Holy Spirit, but it's like, pray for them. I'm like, what do I pray for them for? I don't know them. Like, and that's real. I'm like, I'm not going to go out there. Like, that's great. Like, that's weird.
Like, go up to them?
Go up to them sometimes. So it's sometimes like that where I'm like, nah. And I would ignore it, and I'm ignoring it. And it's sometimes, God just be working ways where it was the lady, like, complimented me on something. I forgot what I was wearing, but it was my outfit. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And I was like, how are you doing today? You could tell she was having a bad day. And I was like, do you mind if I could pray for you? And that was the first I've ever did that. And it was like, it felt more just into it. She was like, actually, yeah, can you pray for me? And it's just that, man, you don't know when people be really needing prayer. Yeah, and God will use anyone. But yeah, man, I'd be, God, no, please, hold on. I'm not comfortable. Like, we in the middle of Target. Like, what are we doing, right, bro? Like, hold on.
It was like in the middle, I was like,
like, all eyes are on me. Yeah. But man, it's also that to the fact where you don't know who else might see that and be like, everyone's always watching. And you don't know who else might just see that and be like, dang, I wish I got prayed on. Yeah. It's stuff like that where I now see the bigger things.
I think I grew up with, because my mom grew up Catholic. Me persina every time I see her.
I was raised Catholic.
And to this day, she does it. Mm-hmm. But when I was growing up, she'd be like, ¿Te da vergüenza? And I'd be like, nah. This is like, you're praying for me. So
exactly.
I've never felt like ashamed. I'm like,
yeah. And it's that where I'm like, why am I feeling ashamed? And I was like, okay. So other people
why can't I take a shot in front of everybody like nothing?
But I can't take a prayer like nothing. That's like, whoa, that's a good one. That's a good. You might have knocked some sense into me. I'm like, dang, I was throwing shots back in the day like it was
like nothing.
I was smoking in public like nothing, puffing in people's faces like nothing. Why can't I pray?
Yeah.
Nah, that's good.
Looking at them, what the fuck are you looking at?
Bro, that's exactly. Oh my god. I would look at people like, okay, Ash, walk away. Oh my gosh, bro, that's real. That's so real.
But a prayer is too much, huh? All right. That's where the line's drawn.
Dang.
Got you.
That's a good one. That you cook with that one. That was good, bro. I'm gonna have that here in my head now. Like,
right?
How can you not pray for this person?
Yeah. Nah. You would have took a shot with them.
If they came up to you to take a shot back in the day, yeah, I would have. Especially for a YouTube channel. Oh yeah, go ahead. Man, sometimes, yeah. Did
you ever do that? Come on, some videos?
No, gosh, no. Every time, you know, in downtown, how some people be with their little mics and stuff.
That's new though, because that was new. That shit.
So that was like when I was like my lukewarm, but man, I saw that. No, you ain't about to make me look crazy.
I'll tell you a funny story.
You ain't about to make me look crazy.
I had a girl come on the podcast. She's in the nightlife, and she was like, "I've never had a boyfriend before. Like, you know, I'm out here, whatever." And I was like, "All right, what? Like." You said it, I'm gonna believe you. If you're lying, that's on you. That's your problem. Some person who listens to the podcast sent me a video. He's like, "Hey, ain't this your last guest?" And it was a video of her in downtown being in those interviews. And the guy was like, "What's the craziest thing you've done?" And the way he chopped it up, it made it seem that she said, I fucked my boyfriend, and then 4 minutes later, I fucked his best friend. And I tried to send it to her. I was like, "Hey, yo." And she's like, "Oh, I blocked them." She's like, so I screenshot and I sent it to her. She's like, "I knew exactly what you were trying to send me because I blocked them." She's like, "He cut that up to make it seem like that." She's like, I had said something way different.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, he still fucked two dudes.
And that's the thing, bro. Man, I knew how the editing realm went. I knew it. I knew the content wise. And I was like, you're just never gonna catch me slipping. I'd be damned.
Just for the dudes in the comment for the streets.
And I'm like, I'd be damned. Because in real life, oh no. Like, at the same time, I was just like, I think too, my answers would have been just so. I was like, oh, I don't know. You ain't gonna get nothing out of me that you could make content with.
Wrong girl.
Like, yeah. It was. I had such an ego back then, but yeah, I was just like, no. You can catch me in a photo. We could take photo. You can't catch me saying nothing out of pocket though. That's for sure.
You said you went through a heartbreak. Was that long time ago? Before your journey?
Yeah, I haven't had a boyfriend in 5 years now.
Oh, you were a child.
Yeah, 2020. I was a senior.
Was he your age?
Senior. Yeah, he was my age. He was my age.
And you caught him cheating?
No. He thought I was cheating.
Bad. Oh, he thought you were cheating?
Yeah, he thought I was cheating.
That makes sense.
And then actually later on after the breakup, I found out I'm not even gonna confirm it, but it gave that he might have cheated on me. Oh. At that point, I didn't care. I'm like, okay, we over with. I felt it. I didn't. Whatever.
Because we're young, though, you know.
But it really tore me up. It tore me up.
Tore you up. It tore me after? Up. Like
it tore me up during, because it was like, you know, when you give men a chance that.
Oh, that's fucked up. Don't do that. Nah, he pulled you. My boy got game. I'm gonna defend my team.
No, he didn't. No, I'll give him that, man.
He pulled you. They got a mouthpiece on him, right?
He pulled me. I don't care. You know, like I said, I don't discriminate. Them white boys be talking game. Them white boys be talking game.
That's what you get for trying to go the way. So
I know. It's okay. No, Castigo de Dios. No, but man, it was just that. It was like I said, I really was trying with this one. And the fact that I was just looked upon like, oh, you're cheating on me. It was just insecurities. And it was getting blamed on me.
On you usually the accusers because they do it.
True. But like, you know, I was still giving that grace where I'm like, you know, you just think. I'd post him. I'd try to reassure him nothing was doing it, bro. I got bullied online for my boyfriend. Like, can you believe that? Getting bullied online, like people swiping up, even girls like, oh, girl, you could do better.
That's foul. Why y'all do my boy like that? I don't even know him, but
like, and like even that, I'd be like, why are you commenting on my boyfriend? Like, okay,
you don't want to fuck him, good.
Like, but no, it'd be that where I'm like, bro, I got bullied all the time. Damn. And then I think too, it got to him because not gonna lie, like everywhere we went, it was like it gave that. And
you got money.
Oh my gosh, and I hated the way it looked, but I try to do everything to not make him feel that way, and nada was helping. So it's kind of that it came
young, too much insecurity.
Yeah, but man, I still, regardless, I'm grateful for him. Like, he showed me true, like, he was actually the guy, like, you know, always took care of me, like, even though it wasn't the correct way, you know, I was good. Even when I left at 18. So like he took me in, like, so yeah, it goes with that. I'm telling you, I got a deeper story. It goes deep. But nah, he showed me a lot, but yeah, it broke my little heart. I was like, dang.
It builds character. You be alright.
I'm like, dang.
You tough, right?
I thought I was tough. Nah.
Hearts get broke every day, girl. You be alright.
Nah, that did a number on me. That's how I went into my whole like
little fucking
my whole phase.
Fucking era.
Yeah, I'm like YOLO. I went into a whole YOLO era.
That was funny. Pobrecito. Exactly. You be alright.
I was though. Look at me now. I'm good.
Hearts are meant to be broken.
That's how they get mended.
You got to know what heartbreak is to appreciate love. For sure.
But
for sure.
I mean, you got to know what true love is though first. I feel like a lot of people miss that.
Well, you'll have something to compare because you knew what wasn't.
True, but even that wasn't real love. If you look
That's
at it.
what I'm saying. That wasn't.
True.
So now you can be like, I know what love is not.
True, but you got to know what real love is though to know what it actually is. And man,
I'm sure you'll find it.
I did.
You're young though.
I did. Found it in God. I'm good. Like I said, I don't chase. Like, man, even when I go to these car meets, I'd be like,
they be hitting on you?
DMs popping? Men be looking. They be trying to follow me. Like, and I'm like, one, I just know like you don't. That too, which really, it doesn't suck. But the thing is, like, man, I'm really devoted. Like, I'm devoted.
It's not just for
the IG. Like, man, I serve in my church. I be ministering to people. I really, try to work on myself. I know I'm not gonna be perfect, but man, people be thinking like, I even get that. They're like, you really read your Bible? You really? Come on,
it's a fake.
Come on, and I'd be like, no, like, I love Jesus. Like, I really love Jesus. Like, you don't just get the looks. Like, you get me inside. And yeah, bro, I see like just now men be staring like everyone. I be staring back like boo. Like, Yeah, that's the thing. I'm telling you, I'm working on my staring problems. Cause I'm the type like I'm not scared. No, I'll stare. Like,
are your DMs popping? Like dudes talking to themselves in there?
No more. Cause I think they see like.
She ain't a hoe. No. Let me get out here.
Thankfully, it was never that. But
you know what you should do? Like send them like like come pray with me, and they're gonna be like, oh, never mind, bro.
But if I say come out to the club, yes, like
if you say slide through, they're gonna be like on the way.
And it's like send you the address to the church is where I'm gonna send you, bro. Like no, but yeah, I think it's that word.
First date, be like, yeah, we can go on the date Sunday, 11 a.m.
on the dot.
Wear something nice.
This is free coffee actually for first timers. I can get you a free coffee.
I would be so tight. I
Coffee's on me,
and they're like, "Where we going?"
We're here. Actually,
look right here.
Come on,
boom, like,
come on. And he's gonna be like, "I'm like, look, I got you a free coffee."
Because then it's like guys looking at you. Like,
I'm like, guys looking at you, bro. Man. No, I've had some people that like try to use that though, like, oh, like let's go to church together, and be like,
boy,
we like, let's go to my church then, and they're like, oh, like. And then they always flake though because they don't think I'm for real. Yeah. I'm like, I know I'm for real. Let's go see. Like,
it's just the look though.
I don't care. I don't care what you drive. I don't care how much money's in your pocket, bro. How do you worship? How do you actually love your family? How do you actually treat women? How do you treat your mom? Like, how do you treat people in general? And I just look I look deeper, and I think that too. I look too deep sometimes where I'm like
stalking their mom's Facebook.
Not the mom's Facebook. Nah, but I give grace. I'd be like, man, I've gone on some dates, but it's like it gives that where I'm like, we're just not there. We're not at the same, and it's all right.
I was working on all of us.
Exactly, and I let it be. I'm like, you know what? You just my friend. Like we just meant to be friends.
Poor guy. He's like, ugh.
And I'm like, but now, thankfully, no. I'm actually glad DMs don't be popping no more. Of course, there's people here and there sometimes, but.
Could I ask you? Because I'm starting to get more curious. Like, what did you think when I shot you the message to like come on the podcast?
It's crazy because I was seeing my a mutual friend I know and I saw her post that she was on this podcast. Ooh. And I was like Leslie. I was about to call her Yasmin. I'm so sorry, Leslie, girl.
Yeah, she's cool.
I was about to say Yasmin. You see, I'm good. Leslie.
Damn,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell her.
No.
Leslie, yeah.
Nah, I love her though. I met her at Marianne's pop-up shop. We ain't that close, but I love her. I love her personality. I love her.
Nah, she's a vibe.
She's a vibe.
Yeah.
But Leslie, I saw her post. I was like, and then that's where I knew. I was like, I kind of already saw the video, and I was like, oh, like I love Leslie, bro. She's hilarious. But I was like, okay, like my girl Leslie on there, like cool. And then the day before, I was like, oh, the high nuts came on here, like okay, like here, like I know the high nuts, like I know the girls.
What a small world.
Yeah, and like I said, like I knew a bunch of people out here, and I actually like it too because they all seen my story, they all seen it.
That's dope.
But yeah, even when you contacted me, I was like, man, my podcast is not gonna be like this, man. Like It's
funny because everybody thinks that, but. Did you have we'll probably wrap it up. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. A great time because at the end of the day, I want people to see like, man, I'm still me. I'm just, nah, bro. It was a vibe because, man, I've seen people do podcasts and where it's like, okay, we can't talk about this. We can't do this. Actually, we can't talk about your beliefs and stuff. And that's one thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen it like in LA, bro. Crazy. In LA, that's a big one. That's a big one.
I mean, religion is like a touchy subject and shit.
True, and it's like, man, I don't bring like I said, I ain't perfect. I still be like, I talk about my wrongs. I'm not here. I think religion's very different from devoted. Devoted religion. I think people try
to like put more awareness to that. Mm-hmm. It's different being devoted and
that's where like, man, I get the you're religious, and I'm like, oh no, wait, pause. Pause, and I'm like, no.
Girl, she's like, cause she's always, I'm like, babe, I'm gonna do a podcast today. She's like, well, who? I was like, this girl, she's in the cars and she's like into the Bible, and she's like a Bible thumper. And I was like, I don't know, we'll go find out.
That's a new one for me. Shoot, new one to the list. Nah, bro, like I get that, like, oh, like even from some close people, oh, like it's because you're religious, and I'm like, no, like what? And I'm like, all I say is like, try Jesus out. I'm not over here like, oh my God, you're going to hell. Like if you don't do, no, hold on, like bro. Like no, that's not how you approach. But yeah, no, I don't shove it, bro. I say, I talk about my life, and my life revolves now around Jesus and what he did.
Being so young, you've had an interesting life so far, and I mean, so many more chapters to go. And
exactly, and all I do, try it out. If not, may God be with you. That's all I said. I don't wish nobody else but blessings. That's it. I'm not here to force nobody. You'll find your way.
Show up at your door.
I'm not gonna show up at your door on a Sunday afternoon, just knocking like hello,
and give you a pamphlet. Yeah. They always have the little book, and I feel bad. It's like I'm gonna take it with you, please. Like it's literally trash.
And what's crazy?
It's gonna go like this, trash,
bro. And it says not to do none of that. And that's if people just read the Bible, bro, and really put it. Man, we not meant to do nothing but speak what God has done in our lives, and that's it. Show it, and that's it.
That's what's up. That will wrap it up. I appreciate you sliding through.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank you for keeping your word and sliding, coming through. So
I did, y'all. I kept my word.
What's your Instagram so like these like good, wholesome young men can find you and take you to church?
Hey, if you guys are interested in cars, come out. But no, my Instagram is it's my name, Brianna Peña. You can look it up. I'm Breezy as well. But yeah, check me out. I just show the realness, the real me, and follow +1 Paradise if you're into cars. It's all crazy space. You could bring your kids, your mama, your grandma. You gonna have a good time.
You have another page on your Instagram. It's like a pink.
Oh yes, and the South Regional Girlies. That is the Bible girls. But no, not the Bible girls. I'm just kidding. It's prayer. It's for morning prayers. We have them every Monday. So stop by. You want to get prayed on? We don't be like, oh my gosh, But our doors are always open to women. We do have men's prayers as well. But yeah, come whatever. Reach out if you need it. I'm here to just talk too, bro. You're not comfortable setting foot in the church. I totally get it.
Come on here. You can talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, bro. Hit up my DM. I'm a regular person. All
right. Then. Till next time. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah. You looking for me, you can find me at the spot. Chopping it up with Jonah. We talking about what's hot on the block. Up in Dago, man, we bumping. Keeping it confidential. You notice how we coming, we ain't friend. Looking for that real, better tune in and stick by. Put on for the city every time that I dip by. Getting to that gritty every time that we sit down. Promise you it's real every time that I get round. Come on. Been in the field playing, we